pets I have is Dad, Cora, and me.
So you can tell it's springtime and you got a whole bunch of oil changes all lined up to get done here. Just got the vehicles done yesterday. I'm gonna start going on some of the summer equipment here. I gotta get the mower done, but the main thing is I wanna get some asparagus in the ground today. And in order to do that, I gotta get things tilled up a little bit. Have some nice loose soil so those roots can really spread out and grab hold here. A lot of times I'll save the oil changes till the springtime on the summer equipment. Versus before I put it away at the end of the year, changing the oil. And some of the thought or the theory, maybe I'm wrong on this, is you get the hot and the warm temperatures, moisture can form in there, and then you end up getting a little bit of moisture that can contaminate that oil. So a lot of times I just change it in the springtime. I think this is a 10 millimeter. Yeah, 10 millimeter. This is a tiller we actually bought off of Craigslist years ago. Had a Tecumseh motor on it, had a Briggs & Stratton carburetor. It was a real piece of work, and I was constantly having to fight with the thing. And finally one day I just said, let's put a new motor on it. So over the winter, I went to Harbor Freight and bought one of these things. They were $100. A lot of times you can find coupons and stuff, and this thing really takes quite a bit of abuse. Before we crack this thing open, I'm gonna throw some rubber gloves on. This is something I've been just starting to do. I probably should have been doing this a long time ago, just because your skin absorbs, so many different things. You think about like essential oils or even like a nicotine patch. It soaks in through your skin. And I generally haven't worn gloves in the past when changing oil, but it's something I'm trying to make an effort at doing a better job of. So if you're someone that's new to doing oil changes, one thing I would recommend investing in is one of these little funnels. They're a pretty neat little thing that just screws on the tip of the bottle. It really makes it nice for some of these small engines and some of the hard to get fill places. So we're going to try putting in a couple of different varieties today. It's a little windy out there, but shouldn't be too bad of a project. Generally, as soon as you can start working the soil, it's time to get your asparagus crowns in, or kind of the little root balls. This is something I wish we would have put in as soon as we moved into this place, because there's definitely a little bit of a window between when you can harvest your asparagus. A lot of times it's somewhere between 3 to 5 years. You really want that stuff to establish really well. So I don't think anything beats wild asparagus, to be honest with you. The next closest thing is growing it on your own place. A lot of times you get the stuff in the store, it's been sitting around for quite a while. I love hunting for wild asparagus. However, there are a couple reasons we like to try to grow it on our property, or really shooting to do that. And one is something you guys had shared with us. I know there are some places that do spray their ditches. I know in our area that's something, a lot of times they'll have signs up and say don't spray the ditches here because there's people that are raising horses and cows. So it's something to consider. You just don't know what's going to end up on that plant. The other thing too is you got competition. Wild asparagus grows everywhere throughout the country. If you have any interest in figuring out how to identify that, I'll put a link in the description below. A video I shared on how to help find this stuff. But basically it's kind of like a squiggly tree looking thing that comes up. It's old last year's shoots, and they turn into these brown stick looking things. And as you progress along in the wild asparagus season, they'll start getting knocked down because people are trying to make it a lot harder to find these things and identify some of these things. So one way you can obviously combat that is as you drive around, especially early spring before the asparagus starts coming up, start marking some of those places on a GPS on your phone so you can easily find that. But like I said, there's definitely competition out there. Growing it on your own property definitely secures a nice stash of asparagus for yourself. like some pretty neutral soil, so not something very acidic like by pine trees or anything like that. And it likes a well-drained soil. This is some pretty good soil. A little bit of clay, a little bit of sand. This should work out pretty good. And we'll space things out somewhere between 15, 18 inches apart. So what a beautiful night. Little windy, but I can't complain, I'll tell you that. We got rain coming tonight, 90% chance of that, so if Mother Nature doesn't take care of watering things, we'll have to go back, hit it with the hose. A lot of projects coming up as we're prepping and getting ready for the summer here. If there's anything in particular you'd like me to share or make sure I take time to document, sometimes it's a little hard to pick and choose some of those items. Let me know in the comments below and I'll make sure I put an effort in trying to get some of those things captured. Really appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with me today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.